Hi there, Titans, and welcome back to another Titan Academy video. Today we will be talking about running custom table gets to your power table. First, we'll talk about what typically triggers your power table get and how it is automatically populated when you load your page. Then we'll show you how to set up an external filter to run the power table get based on. And finally, we'll show you how to trigger that get so that your power table is populated only after that filter is run. Let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do, of course, is add a table to our project here. And this doesn't matter really since we're actually going to get rid of this get at some point, but I'm just going to do something and bring 20 contacts whose account ID is not empty. And we'll bring a few fields. Let's bring full name. We'll bring email from contact. And I also want to be able to see the account name here. Great. So as you might know, if I preview this already, I can see that my table has pre-populated. And the reason that it does that is because when we create a power table, automatically on the page actions, we can see that an every time action is automatically created for our power table. And so this Salesforce action is just running our power table get. And so that each time we come to this page, this table will load automatically. Now, what if I want to load the data based on a specific filter? So I'm going to add an input here. And we'll first start with a lookup field, and then I'll show you one more element you can use to do this. You can do this in many ways and build your filter in many different ways. I'm going to currently bring in accounts into a lookup field, and my goal here is eventually I want all of the contact in this table to be under the account that I select here. So I want to see all of the contacts of this specific account. So let's call this account lookup. And what we're going to do to make this easy is we're going to head to our Salesforce actions, and we're just going to duplicate our power table get for a contact here. So I'm cloning my power table get. I'm going to change the description so it's not confusing, and I'll say custom based on account lookup. And I'm going to change my condition here to be that the account ID needs to equal the account lookup value, which essentially is going to be my account ID that I get from my lookup field. And that's really all we need to do in terms of setting up that custom get. Now we need to do one more thing, which is to add a trigger for our get. And I'm going to do this based on a button. You can also write a condition on the lookup field and say, if this is not empty and it's been changed, then run the get. But let's say filter. So I'm going to save, and I'll refresh my table, my project here. Okay, so we can see that in my initial get, I have many contacts with many different accounts. Let's grab this specific account, and we'll filter. Oh, we forgot to add the get to our button, my mistake. So we're going to head over to this button interactivity and run the Salesforce action. The specific action we want is this custom get we set up for the table. Save that. Okay, so again, we'll just grab this account right over here, and we'll run our get. And as you can see, that has brought back the contacts that are under this particular account and only this particular account. Okay, let's try this one more way. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. And I'm going to delete this as well. And I will add in a new table. And this table is going to bring accounts. And we'll do SLA is not empty. And I'm going to bring in name. Name and SLA should be enough for us for right now. Just make it quick. Excellent. And this time I'm going to do this based on a dropdown. Now you can also do records to a dropdown, and we have a separate video showing how to do that. So instead of using a lookup field to query specific records, you can also use a dropdown or any kind of pick list. In my case though, we're just going to use a pick list from Salesforce here, and I'm going to try to bring in the SLA pick list from account here. And my goal here is to only bring accounts of a specific SLA. So I'll select an SLA and I'll filter based on that. So let's head over to our Salesforce, and we don't need this anymore. And I'm going to go ahead and clone this account get, and we'll say custom based on SLA. And again, fix the condition so that SLA equals our dropdown value. And final thing is to set up our trigger here. We need to do this custom based on SLA, and we'll say get accounts of SLA. Okay, now one more thing I want you to note here, and this is just a side note, is you can see my old rule here for my automatic run of my power table is still here for the power table I deleted. And it's best practice to remove this so that my project isn't slowed down. This is the only one I really need. Okay, so you can see I have a number of different SLA types. I'm going to select a specific SLA, let's say silver, and I'll filter, and we'll only get accounts that are silver. We'll do bronze, and we should only get accounts that are bronze. And that's how it's done.